Hi guys, my name is Jessica. Welcome to my channel. So, today's video is going to be, I think, the beginning of something very good. I thought while I told you guys about it, I would do a little get ready with me. Let's do this. Now, I am no expert in makeup or anything, so don't take this as a makeup tutorial because no. I wouldn't mind getting some advice if there are any girlies out there. I'm always willing to learn. It's in my to-do list. I want to master makeup a bit more, but step by step. So I'm going to start my skincare routine. If I'm looking over here, it's because I have a mirror, because of course I can't just do this looking at a camera. I need a mirror minimum. Today's video is, I'm going to be talking about a change that has been very necessary over these last years, and that is my weight loss journey. I don't know if anyone can relate, but when you struggle with depression, anxiety, or if you're going through something, you find a lot of comfort in eating. That's what happened to me, and it's gotten out of hand. I think it's finally time to stop. I think it's very necessary to have a good relationship with food, so I'm really done with this situation in my life right now. I'm trying to better my life, and I think one of my biggest rocks that I'm carrying here is my relationship with food, how I view myself, and my confidence, my self-love. I have to not really regain it back because I've never really had it. I have to learn how to start loving myself, feel more confident, and this lifestyle that I'm having doesn't go hand to hand with what I want. I think it's time for a change. I think right now is the best moment to do it. I feel it like that. I think this channel is also going to help me get through it. I don't know, it's one of those gut feelings that it's enough is enough. No more excuses, no more anything. We have to change. This is not in your life anymore, so we have to change it. Feel like everything is a chain of things. It's what I would tell my boyfriend, how do you expect me to feel positive, to feel happy? Today is going to be the best day ever. If I sleep terrible, I wake up exhausted, how am I going to have a positive mindset? It's everything is in a chain. You sleep terrible, you wake up exhausted, you wake up tired, you don't want to go through the day, and then it just makes you have bad decisions throughout the day. You're tired, you're in a bit of a mood, so you're really not expecting anything from the day. You're just I just want to get through the day, and that's it. So come on, finish so I can go back to bed again. Then you're I don't feel like cooking, or I'll just do something fast. That's it. You're not wanting to invest time in you. Everything starts getting bigger and bigger, into a ball of bad habits and bad things, bad thoughts. It's very difficult to get out of that mindset, especially if you find comfort in food. And that's one of the things I'm most worried about. How am I going to do this? Because I really find comfort in food. I really do. I'm not going to lie. That's my situation. That's why I think I've put on so much weight since everything started, and it's like the only thing that makes me feel like good, you know. So I am worried. I am scared because it's like my weakness. I've been trying so many years because I've been how do I explain this? It all started, like everything started, around 5 years ago, and I kept noticing that I was like gaining weight, and I started thinking like, okay, I'm gaining weight, I have to start losing it. And normally it has never been an issue to me. Like every time I think we're human, sometimes we put on a bit of weight, sometimes we lose weight, sometimes we're in a healthy weight. So I started to notice that I was gaining weight, and I said, okay, I'll just cut down a bit on everything that is not so healthy, and that's it. I've never had like really an issue to lose weight. I just stopped eating like fast food and like sweets and things like that, and if I normally exercise, I move a bit, I lose the weight, never a problem. But this time it was different, and I just couldn't lose it, and I don't know why. And I was like, but I'm doing everything I used to do, why isn't this working, what is happening? So everything started to go even worse. I started obsessing over the scale every day, multiple times a day, weighing myself, like, what is happening, why am I not losing weight, I just have to cut down even more. And I think the issue there now that I'm like I feel like I'm learning so much. I think the issue here really wasn't the food, it was my thoughts and like the stress I was going through. Thoughts, the stress it was causing me, the anxiety, like the obsessiveness. And I made it like my obsession, like just losing weight. And then it became a habit of constantly thinking about food. What am I going to eat? What am I going to have for breakfast? And even I haven't even had breakfast and I'm already thinking about lunch. I'm like, what am I going to have for lunch now? And then what am I going to have for dinner? Like, all my thoughts revolved around eating, all of them. And then the pandemic came, and that was for me the worst thing. I was locked with my own thoughts, and I went crazy. And that's when everything got very, 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 very dark. I will do a separate video about it, but that's when I started having like heavy eating disorders and everything. And I wasn't at my like goal weight, but I was very close, but not in a healthy way, I have to add. The way I felt terrible, like, no, I just hated myself. And now I see the photos, I felt so like I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. Nothing. It was like I hated myself, and I kept taking photos when I felt like skinnier, when I wouldn't eat for 4 days. Of course my tummy was flatter, and I would take photos like motivation. Well, very, very, very not a very good mindset. And I look at these photos now, and I'm like, God, I was, compared to now, I mean, I would love to be that weight. And I felt so bad, like I felt I was so, big. Well, that's what an eating disorder is. You don't see yourself how you actually look. But now I see them, and I'm like, what was I worried about? now things have changed a lot and I feel even but anyway. But I just wanted to like put you in a bit of context of what where everything came from. That is mostly when it all started, and I had to go to therapy because after the pandemic I was very bad. As I said, I think in one of the worst mindsets I could have been. Speaking in the topic of eating disorder, I was the worst I had ever been, and I knew I needed like professional help because I wasn't okay. I was going crazy, and so yes, and she helped me, but like the situation didn't really go away, and those thoughts of like obsessing over food, like what am I going to have for lunch, what am I going to have for dinner, all day just thinking about food. And I don't know, I think I throughout all of my life, can you see her? There she is. ¿Qué pasa, mi marido? Well, throughout all my life I've struggled with my weight and how I see myself and everything, so I just like, I don't know how to explain it, but I it was like, okay, I'm not going to stress anymore about food. If I feel like eating something, I'm going to eat it. I'm done restricting. I've done it all my life. Like, you don't know how many like moments of my life I've missed just because there's eating involved. Or I would go to those things and I wouldn't eat because I was embarrassed that they would see me eating. Like, that's what I'm telling you. My mindset wasn't in a good place, and it's never really been all my life. But well, I will explain everything in another video because that is a whole other story. This is about my weight loss. So I said, okay, I'm done like not eating everything I want because I'm obsessing over it. Like, for example, if I felt like a cookie, I would, no, you can't eat that, blah, 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 blah. I would be all day thinking about that stupid cookie, and in the end I would eat the whole packet. No, and that's all the videos I saw. Like, you have to let yourself also do that because in the end it goes like out of hand, and then you eat a whole lot. Instead of one cookie, you eat 20 cookies. So that's what happened to me. So I said, okay, I'm going to allow myself to do it. And that's what I did. But the problem is that I felt terrible after it. If I ate a cookie, for example, I would feel terrible and I would get anxiety and I would end up eating all the packet. Because it's like, I have no self-control. Okay, I'll just eat it and I won't bring any more in my house, and that's it. So I have to eat it, so I don't have it in my house, and that's it. So I would eat it all. And then the next day I wouldn't eat. I would have like a very bad relationship. I would punish myself, like, okay, if you ate the whole packet, then now you aren't eating for the rest of the 2 days. Or you're only going to have, I don't know, 1 meal a day or something like that. So this is what I'm getting at. It would be like all or nothing. And then I would pay for that. If I went all in, I would pay for that the next days. And I tried getting out of that habit of like punishing myself, and I sort of did, but the thoughts didn't go away. I said, okay, this is not healthy. Like, I shouldn't be punishing myself for having a pizza or having a burger or whatever. So I stopped doing it. I like forced myself to have my normal meals, but the thoughts wouldn't go away. Like, you're going to get fat. I think anyone can relate if they understand. I don't even have to say what you're thinking. Sometimes your mind is your worst enemy and it tells you things you would never tell to other people. So that's what was happening. And then I would have like periods of my life, maybe 1 week, where I would just go crazy. have pizza for dinner, then I would have burger, then I would have Chinese, then I would have this, and I would have that. Everything you can imagine, all in 1 week. I would just like allow myself. Then I would feel terrible and I would go on a diet the next week, like at the other extreme. All vegetables, like the cleanest food you can imagine, all in my fridge. No pizza, nothing. Is like no more. And that would become my life. 1 week I was like bad, 1 week I was good. Okay, everything like that. 1 week I would eat whatever I want, 1 week I would restrict. And then slowly, until we get to now, I've been doing that. It's like I'm feeling anxious, I'm going to eat. But because I'm so tired of what I was telling you, I'm so tired of like thinking I want a cookie, and I don't want to be all day thinking about that cookie because it gives me even more anxiety. So if I have anxiety already and I feel like having that stupid cookie, I'm going to have it. But the problem is that I have more than one. It's like I have no control. For some people, it's like, but you are fine. I'm telling you how I feel. And even my health, I'm not feeling like the healthiest. I'm like tired, I get out of breath easily. It's like I'm just not fit at all. Like even the food I'm eating, everything I'm doing right now is not for me the correct way, because I'm not feeling good. If I felt good, it's like, well, I'm eating whatever I want, I feel great, I have energy, I feel happy, I feel confident, I have high self-esteem. That's great, but it's not the case. Every time I eat like whatever I want, in the back of my mind I'm punishing myself. I'm not punishing myself physically like I was before, like not eating, but in my mind I have a war, and this is not healthy and this is not what I want. So what I just want is to have a healthy relationship with food. I want to have a burger and not feel bad about it. And I want to have, I don't know, healthy food, some vegetables because I feel like it, and not because I have to compensate or whatever. I just don't want to keep thinking about food. I hate it, and I'm constantly thinking about it. And this is when I was thinking, like, before I wasn't like this. I had a normal life. I like really, I've always liked food, but it wasn't like to this extent where I'm constantly thinking about it. So I was like, what is happening? Like, why am I suddenly like this? And I don't know, I just don't know what happened, but it's like I'm feeling anxious, and the only thing that's going to make me feel better is eating. But then I don't feel better. It's like this is what I mean. Is sometimes I feel like it's like an addiction, because it has like I have no control over it. So that's why I think I have to go to a professional. I've tried losing weight my own way, and it hasn't worked, because it's what I tell you. It's like I can't find a balance. Either I eat very clean or I eat very bad. I think it's time for a professional to take over. I explained to him a bit my situation, and mostly what I want is I want to lose weight, because, well, not lose weight, I want to lose fat. I don't even know how much I weigh, because I told him, like, please, I don't want to weigh myself, because I can't. I'm not in a mindset where I want to relive those things again. So please tell me that I can do measurements, I can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to weigh myself, because I know myself, I know my brain, and if I see how much weight I've put on, everything is going to go out of hand. So, but well, luckily he told me that he doesn't need the weight, he just needs like to take photographs and see the progress. So for me that's great, because I really didn't want to weigh myself. I'm terrified of it, because I know I've put a lot of weight. I know, mostly because these last years nothing fits from my old clothes, and I am in a phase where I am in denial. Like, I don't know if it's happened to anyone, if anyone can relate, but you're like, no, I will lose the weight. I'm not going to buy like different sizes. I'm not going to buy bigger sizes because I'm going to lose the weight. So I don't need these clothes. But that's been like years. Nothing fits now, and I keep wearing the same things, which is mostly in summer dresses, and in winter I wear leggings and big things because nothing fits. And it's become to a point where I'm like terrified. But if I see some shorts, I'm like, I'm not trying them on because I know they're not going to fit. I'm going to go into a crisis. I'm going to go into the diet, and then I'm going to be unhappy, and the story goes on again, repeats itself. So no, that's why I think I need a change. I think subconsciously creating this YouTube channel was also a way to like get my life back together, because I think it's a motivation for me to like post videos, and it keeps me motivated, and it also I think makes it more serious. So that's why I think I created this channel subconsciously, because I think most, like the biggest, when you think about like why am I feeling like this, like why am I feeling so depressed, why am I feeling so anxious, why am I feeling this, why am I feeling that, one of the main reasons for me is right now I think the biggest rock I carry on my back is like how I view myself, and I don't feel good. As I said, I try not to look in the mirror. I try not to look at myself because it's not the Jessica I like. I don't take, like, before I used to, I used to work on loving on myself, but because I've also struggled, I've always struggled with that, loving myself, having a high self-esteem and all that. But I've always like tried to work on it. Like, for example, I would always like get ready, put my makeup on, feel pretty, take photos. Now it's like, no, now it's like I don't take photos of myself because if I see them, they are terrible. It's not what I like to see. That's when I see like how my body has changed and like everything. So I'm like, no, I don't want to see that, because then I get depressed. And that's what happened when he asked me for the before photos, no, for my actual photos that will be the before. And when I saw myself, I was like, how could I let myself go so much? Like, but I just have to accept, like, look, when someone is ill, it's like everything just goes to hell, to shit. No, but it's true, and that's what I'm thinking, like, when I was at my best moment, I wasn't anxious, I wasn't depressed, I felt the prettiest I ever was. I even like loved myself, I took care of myself. So everything I think is a mindset. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling anxious, then all the negative things are going to come with it, which is like your low self-esteem, you're not going to think you're enough, you don't want to see yourself, you're gaining weight, you're letting yourself go. So that's what happens. That's what happened. So I need to take control now and say enough is enough, because even if I try to like heal myself, even if I'm working on my anxiety or my depression, if I don't focus on my physical appearance, it will never be, because I don't feel good, I don't feel great, I don't feel pretty, I don't, it's everything is like, even if I go shopping, I don't know, it's like I'm not going to buy clothes. Why? It's not going to look nice on me, and I don't like feeling like that. I don't like Before I would see maybe a mini skirt. Right now, I want to buy a mini skirt, but I'm not going to, and I won't, because it's like I don't deserve to. It's like no, because well, you know, those thoughts. I'm not going to say them because I think everyone has been through it, or well, if you relate, you know what I mean. You have those thoughts, and it's like you don't deserve to have a skirt, and I don't want to get emotional because I'm doing my makeup, and well, those things. Why am I talking to myself like this? So I think one of those ways to change myself, to change my thoughts, is taking care of myself. It's time to have a better relationship with food. It's time to exercise a bit more. It's time to love myself more, take care of myself. But I need a professional. So, and all that will also come with weight loss, which is also what I want. There's nothing wrong with being like putting weight on. If you feel good, then that's great. It's like, I'm not saying that you have to lose weight to feel good, but in my situation, I don't feel good, and I know I'm not at the weight I should be. I know I have to lose weight. It's not like a ton of weight I have to lose, but I have to lose some weight. I have to get back into the body I used to have, or even better shape. Like, I want to feel stronger. I just want to, like, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain it, but I just want to like get myself back. And one of the biggest reasons why I think I'm not truly there is because I'm not focusing on my physical appearance. Because how am I not going to feel depressed? How am I not going to feel anxious if I'm not feeling confident in myself? I don't even want to look in the mirror, everything. So everything goes together, and I think if I start losing weight, I will start feeling better, happier, more confident, and that's what I mean. Those changes will start to be positive ones, not negative ones. As I said before, like, you're not sleeping, you're tired, then you don't feel like cooking, then you just want to eat whatever, and then you don't feel like exercising, and this and that, and everything is just like bad decisions. So I think if I turn it around and start taking good decisions, it will be a chain of good events. Like, okay, I'm taking care of myself, I'm starting to see results, I'm feeling prettier, now I'm going to buy that mini skirt. Oh, I like how it looks on me. So, and I think slowly, with time, it will get better. But I think this is one of the main reasons why it's not truly going away, because I'm not taking care of this issue. I have to start doing it, and that's it. So, and it's never like truly clicked. Like, I don't know, it's never like truly clicked as it has now. Like, it's time for a change. Like, that's it. No more excuses. We have to start controlling our lives, not letting it control us. So, yes, that's what I wanted to just tell you. I will make other videos explaining a bit everything. So, well, where everything came from and why all this is happening, but I just wanted to let you know there's going to be a very, very big change in my life. It's not going to be easy. I'm actually very, 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 very scared about it, because it's like I'm going to stop doing the only thing that gives me comfort right now in life, which is eating. So I'm very scared about it. But I just can't do anything about it. Like, in the end, it's not giving me comfort because it's just making me feel worse and worse, But at like the short run it does. It's like I'm feeling anxious, oh, I'll just have an ice cream, oh, I feel much better now. And now when I'm going to be like, I'm feeling anxious, what do I do? So that's what scares me, like that part. So that's why I thought I just have to keep myself busy. So I'm going to keep on reading all the self-help books I bought. I'm going to keep reading them and hope that it also helps me like get through this. I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to go back to one of like the well, I used to do pole dancing. I'm not an expert. I've been like a year and a half or so doing it, and I stopped doing it because what I'm telling you is just bad events. It gave me a lot of anxiety going to pole dance because you have to wear like tight shorts. Like the more skin you show, the better. Well, not show, like the less clothes you have on, the better, because the more you can hold on to the bar. And that's what I didn't like, because I felt terrible about it. And so in the end I just stopped going. But I loved it. Like at the same time I loved it. The feeling I had when I finished pole dancing my lessons, I felt like no one could do anything to me. Like, you know, that feeling when you're like, wow, I'm so happy I came. So I'm going to go back to those lessons, and I'm also going to walk more. Well, you will see everything, because my plan is I'm going to do a weekly video on my weight loss journey, so we can all see the evolution together. And if you want to join me, that would be great. If anyone feels like me, like this, wants to change their ways, we can make a community, talk about it, support each other. That would be great. Because I feel like I need someone there to also, like, that's also going sort of the same things as me, that understands me, relates. It would be good, because I'm very terrified, I'm very scared. It's a change that needed to be made. The main objective here is lose weight, work on my self-love, exercise, and I think bit by bit, of course this is not going to happen tomorrow, everything will sort of start getting better. I have a lot of emotions right now. We will see what happens. But anyway, I'm just telling you my plans for the next months, I suppose. I don't know how long I will be until I want to get at the weight that I am, and of course then it's going to be forever, because I want to maintain it. So, but anyway, I just want to update you guys on my life and what is going to happen. And yes, mostly I have, of course, other videos in mind, but every week I'm going to do an update of my diet and what I'm doing and everything. So if anyone wants to see it as motivation, if anyone wants to like get any advice, I will show a bit of everything, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, exercising and everything. If you saw this video, maybe this is your sign to also change habits and just be in a better lifestyle. I don't know. Maybe if you are already doing this, maybe you are already on a diet or something, maybe this is your sign to keep going. If anyone has any advice on how I could approach this, it would be great. Feeling a different way I've ever felt before. It's like, I don't know, something has changed. I don't know what, but something has really changed. Something is telling me like this is the beginning of something. But in a good way, and I like it. I'm scared, but I'm also excited because I feel like if I do this, my life is just going to start going in a better place, It's, I don't know, I have this gut feeling. The thing that keeps me motivated is like when I finally get to the point where I'm at, seeing these videos, I hope I'm a completely different person, but in every level, like not just physical, but like how I feel right now. I don't want to feel like this anymore, and I hope I'm going to talk as if I did it. When I get to the point that I want to get, I see these videos and I'm like, wow, I have changed so much for the better. So I think that's maybe the reason why I think I have to record it, to see my evolution. I don't know. It's funny because I haven't told anyone, and I'm not planning on telling anyone, like in my surroundings, about it. But I'm telling the internet. If I feel prettier, if I feel more confident, I will want to do this more. I will want to take more care of me. Like, that's what I mean. It's just everything comes by itself. I don't think I have to force myself. Right now I'm doing it. Right now I'm like, okay, you have to take care of yourself every once in a while. You have to feel pretty and those things. But I think if you actually feel it, you just do it. I know. Did I forget a step? I don't know. Whatever. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope maybe it also motivated you to start your health journey with me. And well, you will see me very soon, because I think it's a matter of days until I start my change. I'm waiting for it would be my dietitian. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to send me my diet, and we will start. So you will see me very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you also feel motivated, and I also hope you support me. You motivate me as well, because I'm going to need it. And I think that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you could like the video, if you enjoyed it, if you could press the like button, that would be great. And if you could subscribe, that would really also help me out. So thank you very much. I will see you very, very, very soon. Bye.